Always great catching up with our next guest, Brian Kelleher, the UFC bantamweight / featherweight, back here on the program. Brian, how's it going, man?
Great, man. How's everything?
Everything's great. You're in the car. I got to ask, you going to training? Where are you headed to right now? Or where'd you get back from?
Actually, yeah, I just got back from, I went for a run. Actually, I went to the beach, got a little nice, nature run over there, and I went and did some cryotherapy after, so.
Now, when you were on the beach, did you have the Baywatch theme song playing in your ears or anything like that, or no?
Yeah, I was hoping to see Pamela Anderson, but nothing, man.
I know. I think she's, I think she's a little past her prime at this point. But that's a topic for another day. Great to hear from you, man. I know it's been a bit since we've seen you in the cage the last couple months. How's everything going? What's sort of lined up for you, or do you have anything lined up coming up here in the next little bit?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm not one that likes to wait too long, but it looks like they're trying to book me for August 21st right now, which I think is a fight night. So I think it would be in Vegas. But I'm actually trying to push for it a little bit sooner, but it's kind of tough. I think my manager's saying they're trying to stick with that date.
Okay, gotcha. So August 21st, featherweight or bantamweight again? What are you thinking? Because it's a lot of notice. If it's in August, you could probably do bantamweight again.
Yeah, we got plenty of time, so I'm gonna make my way back to bantamweight. It was a fun time not having to cut too much weight and everything, but I don't think they're gonna be doing that unless it's like extra short notice. So I got to get back down to my weight class.
Yeah, we're slowly getting back to normal. I actually got my vaccine scheduled in a couple of weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to go to the States again in the next bit, but we'll see what happens. Last time we saw you in action, obviously you fought Ricky Simone. I know there's a fight that was sort of rumored for a while. It finally came to fruition. I know not the result you wanted. What did you take away the most from that performance?
Yeah, a very disappointing fight for me and performance overall. I've honestly never felt better going into a fight than that fight, like as far as just in the locker room, warming up, my mentality, everything. And that cut that he opened up on me in the first round, I think it was in the first minute, just completely threw my mentality out the window. I became all survival and no kill mode. And I just, looking back, that just pissed me off. I just feel like I should have just let it be, forgot about it. It's just a cut, keep going, fight your fight. But it was in my eye. It was kind of, messing with me a little bit. And I was just trying not to get hit there anymore, So I was, my mentality changed and I really wasn't happy with that.
And we also haven't spoken since the title fight between Aljo and Petr Yan. Your reaction to the whole thing, because there's people on every side kind of going after this whole thing. Obviously, unfortunate result there, but what was your sort of takeaway from what happened that night with Aljo winning the title in a DQ?
Yeah, it was just a very unfortunate circumstance all around. I kind of felt for both guys. I know Petr Yan, I don't think he meant to do that and ruin his, ruin his chances of being a champion and making that kind of money and whatnot. He was winning the fight clearly towards that moment in the fight. And then, Aljo on the other side, you can't hate the guy for, doing what he did. The knee connected hard, whether he was as hurt as he was or not. It was, something that, was illegal. And this is a sport where when you do something illegal, you should be penalized like any other sport. So, I understand that aspect. It's just really unfortunate that you lose a championship due to a mistake like that. And it's not just like a no contest and maybe just do the rematch and figure it out from there.
Yeah, I think the belt should have just been vacant. Like when Davison Figueiredo missed weight and he fought Benavidez and won, the title was vacant. I think the same thing should have happened. Yan was the one who made the mistake. Then you don't have all these politics of people saying fake champ, paper champ. I feel for Aljo because and granted, he probably shouldn't have taken those photos after the fight, but I feel for him because he's a great fighter and now everyone's trashing him. He's like the black eye of the sport now because of what happened.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, all of this stuff is just going to make for a bigger lead up for the rematch,
Good point.
I feel, and, more interest from everybody just to see what plays out in the next fight.
Let's talk about this Saturday's card, UFC 262 going down in Texas. We're going to have some fans. Really excited for that. There's just 3 fights I wanted to talk to you about here. Again, future analyst here, Brian Kelleher. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure you check that out. Shane Burgos, someone I know you're familiar with. He's kind of living a little bit close to you. He's going to be taking on Edson Barboza right now on Fanduel. Shane Burgos, the favorite, minus 122. Edson Barboza, the comeback, plus 100 in the featherweight division. Who are you liking in this one, Boom?
Yeah, I love this fight, man. Burgos is one of those guys, one of my favorites to watch right now. Just a very exciting, fighter. He's been out for a little while because the Emmett fight took a lot of damage in that fight. But, Barboza coming down to featherweight looks pretty good. I think this fight just makes for crazy violence, a lot of excitement, mostly striking. I don't really see either of them wanting to take the fight down to the ground. So just a striking battle. I think Barboza has better kicks, obviously, and Burgos has a little bit better, crisper boxing and head movement. So, I just think the younger, fresher fighter in Burgos is going to come out victorious. I think his pressure is going to be a big deal in this fight. We've seen Barboza fade if guys can really put forward pressure on him enough, stifle his kicks and his movement, and just stay on him. So I'm leaning Burgos.
Co-main event, Beneil Dariush, Tony Ferguson. Beneil Dariush the favorite at -152, Tony Ferguson +124. Are you believing in Father Time here? Do you think Dariush gets it done, or do you think Tony can come back and surprise everyone?
I always love a comeback story. I hope Tony Ferguson comes back different than that last fight with Oliveira. I think he is starting to work on certain things with different coaches. I know Freddie Roach I saw him working with. I think that's a good sign, that shows that he sees he needs to make changes. But Dariush has that fire, man. He has that momentum going for him. And he's been a dark horse in the division for quite some time. I think he's very underestimated for a while. And I could see him coming out victorious as well, just based off of how Tony's looked recently. And that Gaethje fight probably took a lot out of him. And I could see Dariush coming out on top as well. Probably a fight where we're going to see some blood and see some crazy wild exchanges, though.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if the fight goes the distance, because I think if Dariush does win, that's how it'll go. I don't know if he'll finish Tony. Yeah. Like Charles Oliveira tried to rip his arm off. Tony survived that. Gaethje, hit the kitchen sink at him. It was a late finish. So it's one of those things where I could see maybe, because it's only 3 rounds, right? It's not 5. So that'll be kind of interesting as well. Main event. This is where everyone's split on. I've heard different predictions every which way. Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, vacant lightweight title. At the time of recording this, Fanduel has Charles Oliveira as the slight favorite at -134. Michael Chandler +110. Who are you picking here, Boom?
Yeah, this fight was a tough one, but a couple of things I saw that kind of made me lean towards Chandler was mostly in the past, Charles Oliveira, he has shown signs of breaking if he starts to fall behind in a fight where a guy's getting the lead on him, landing some shots. Michael Chandler clearly hits harder, I feel. He's also a really good wrestler. If Oliveira wants to win this fight, I feel it has to be by submission, most likely. It's going to be really hard to get Chandler to the ground. His wrestling ability, he's lower to the ground. He's going to be able to, get inside and land heavy shots, I feel. And if he does that early on, I think he can get to Oliveira and potentially TKO or knock him out. I'm leaning towards Chandler in this fight.
You didn't think we'd get into this interview without talking some hockey. How are you feeling about the Islanders in the playoffs this year? My Canucks are out. We were out a while ago, so I'm kind of focused on the other teams now.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm excited, man. I'm confident. I think it was good that they picked up Zajac and Palmieri from the Devils, kind of 2 guys that have played together that can kind of vibe. I think they've been really good additions. And, of course, Barzal's looking amazing. Both goalies playing amazing, too, this year. Varlamov and Sorokin, have been great in net, keeping low scores against. I'm confident, but it's a rough road, man. There's a lot of great teams. Vegas, Colorado, 2 really good teams. Pittsburgh's really going to be tough in the first series in the playoffs, but I'm hoping to go to one of the games. So let's do it, baby. You know
how jealous I'm going to be if you get to go to a hockey game before me. I know it's going to happen because there's no sign of it happening anytime soon, and also obviously the Canucks are out. So man, if you can go, enjoy it. I want to see some photos, man. That's going to be great.
Yeah, playoffs, nothing like playoffs, but I know there's going to be limited fans, so it's a little bit different, but it's exciting, man. I can't wait. I hope I can go.
Yeah, but haven't you mentioned to them? You're kind of like an official mascot for them. You've gone to the games a couple times. I know you got to shoot the cannon, right, with the T-shirts, didn't you, that one time?
Yeah, I have a good connection with them. I texted the girl there that networks between the team and them, and she gets me the tickets. So I've been to a couple not too long ago. I'm just hoping they get me in for playoffs because I know it's with restrictions. It might be hard to get those extra tickets, but I'm trying my best to get in there. I love going to playoffs. It's exciting. It's the only other sport I really love besides MMA. So I hope so. It'd be nice.
You and me both. That's why we can talk about it here. It's one of the few interviews I can talk some hockey with, so I really appreciate it, man. Brian, thanks so much for doing this. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I just linked up with Eat Clean Bro. They're going to be, my meal sponsor, which is great. That's really helpful. And we got Extend is my supplement sponsor. They've been a great help. I love all their products. And that's about it. Thanks, everyone, for watching my fights, being a fan. And thanks, James, for the interview. Appreciate it.